evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing? I'm Hellscat Death here, bringing you another edition of WNF. Got some crazy stuff going down, so we're going to rush right on into it. My moderator for this evening, for this crazy rundown, you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be an absolute blast. Moderator coming out this evening will be Chaos. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. It's good to be back after a couple of weeks off from the stream. So looking forward to this interesting couple of hours of madness, as I can best describe it.
Co-host, right-hand man, and of course the myth, the man, the legend. How you doing, Des?
You keep adding to my title, and it makes it longer. I'm doing great, Hells, and I'm really looking forward to seeing ONUR6 and AMD tonight. I love multi-base, and let's throw on another tank and mix up the maps a little bit and have some fun.
Fog of War going up.
Yep.
Everybody
What do you think of the Fog of War? Do you like that addition to the NBA format and the term? I like it.
The only thing I wish about it is yet again the thing that we've asked for, and that's an instant release.
Instant launch.
Yeah, it would, or just an instant launch. But only thing about the downside of instant launch would be you would have to have exact numbers every time. You wouldn't be able to have. But I mean, we would make it work. It'd be just fine.
Yeah. It'd definitely be kind of exciting just to start the match and boom, you're already looking at tanks and they're moving out. And I think for callers and for players, you'd have to react so much quicker.
Right. Yeah. It makes
like
it
Fog of War.
It makes it more competitive. You're like, oh, okay. I guess we're gonna see if we have to change our strat at the launch. I mean, well, you have 10 minutes, so that you can figure it out once everything's launched. I don't know. I like it.
The nice thing, even with Fog of War, once we reveal, you only have a few precious seconds to go. Oh, look, they threw an RD up, or oh, look, there's a bunch of IS-7s. So I still like not having the counter picking going on.
Right. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go through these rules while these guys are picking tanks. All right. So be ready for this.
Get your pens and pencils out. There'll be a test later.
Right. 9 p.m. It will be a standard MBA format. AMD will picks first map. ONUR6 picks second map. Streamer picks third and fourth map. And on the third and fourth map, they will only play one side. So that's going to be interesting. It's supposed to be secret up until the end. But I got some fun ones for these guys, I think, in mind. And then we got to go to from the norm to absolute craziness, which is, here we go, at 10 p.m., yet again, ONUR6 AMD. This will not, it was supposed to be an 880, but they wanted to up the scales, make this son of a bitch a 990. So 990, 10-minute timer, match 1, only light tanks and arty. Must have 5 light tanks and 3 arties on each team.
Oh my word!
Match 2. So, and then we play both sides. Match 2, you only get heavies. You must have 4 heavies and 4 TDs. Okay, it's kind of interesting. And then match 3 is streamer's choice. And I have something cooking for that one, which is always puts on.
I would imagine you do.
It's always exciting. So there we go.
Well, this would be fun.
All right. Thanks going out to Thrawn, Cutter, and Beaver for throwing this together and getting this all settled out. And I just let them do that, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll just stream it, and that's where I'm. Yeah. So. While we're waiting just a few more moments, Jingles is cool. Thank you for that subscribe. 29 months of subscribing.
Whoa! That's awesome.
He has become...
Was your first subscriber from day one?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn close. He's been... And I don't think anybody's going to be able to touch his reign. I I think the only other person that is even close to him. I don't know. I'll pull it up. I'll get those stats here later.
Wow.
Yeah, well, and that's why
awesome, man.
that's why he's labeled super subscriber over there on the WNF Discord.
Yeah.
So many months. A lot of these guys have been from off. There's quite a few of those guys are super subscribers. But any which way, back to what we got going. 40 seconds left. 30 down. All right, the Hoyer's out there. Oddball's out there. Lafuki Duck. I'm great. And of course, Jingles. What we were talking about. All right, the Sand River. There's a lot of different strats. I mean, we've seen boosts for the defending. We've seen bad chats going out wide on the K line. We've seen super conks chilling in what is that D7, C7 area. I mean,
I think I don't know if we've seen an actual meta. I think from defending, I mean, obviously you got to defend the caps. The question is, how do you set that defense up? It seems like what's materializing in the south cap is really to defend the 0 line and lock down those points. And if you're to force tanks to attack, you want them to attack along the 8 line, where your tanks up north can fire at them and kind of pincer them in. The north is, that's another whole crazy thing. North, it seems like you definitely want to overwhelm the other team there if they split their forces and then take advantage of them before they can rotate back from the south. But you're right, we've seen arties, we've seen lots of heavies, we've seen all medium setups, we have seen just about everything.
Absolutely. Look at these lineups already. On your 6, rolling out. There's the E4.
Yeah, we already got a CGC by AMD.
Yeah.
On the attack.
We got a Rompons over here out of Lonky. That's going to be exciting to watch.
That might be a good counter to that CGC. The CGC is slow, so they can't move it around a lot like the 261. So,
all right, on your 6, Sir Thunda in the E4, Killis Thrilla, Lonky, Bolton, Rompons, Astro in that 4202, Leech coming out there in the IS-7. What up, buddy? Pizza, Killjoy, Evil, Cutter, all super conks. Over to you, Dis.
Yeah, on the AMD side, like I said, the CGC and Thrawn, the LT, Hydra, Patton, Irishman, Batchat, Great, Machine, Goku, and then we have 4 super conquerors, Icky Sticky, Impression, Spectre, and Rambler. Ready to go to battle.
Here we go. Boogity boogity, let's go tanking.
All right.
So one of the keys is with the arty on the attack is, one, getting it into the right position, and I mean, let's be honest, the CG to that arty and try to put some pressure on them. If that arty gets lit or it feels under pressured, that takes away the effectiveness of it.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go.
Just a heads up, we're having some intermittent comms issues. Party keeps cutting in and out already.
We'll just go to Discord. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. See how this defense is going to line up here. Coming out of on
Looks
your
like
6.
they're going to immediately, AMD is going to push that CGC up into that little boost spot there in F1. That's a big fat boy arty, so let's see how many tanks it's going to take them to get that thing up there. If they can get it up there in 3. And it's up. Good job. They did that with 2 mediums and a machine. That's not bad at all. There must be some pretty good track resistance there.
Right.
And
Or
Arty's
maybe
pretty
they've been
safe
practicing
there.
a bit. Finding the right combination.
Richard. There he goes. There he goes. Yep, seeing those super conks rotate there into the Charlie Delta 7 area. I feel sorry for those
Artie
guys
shots
now.
out, just missed.
Oh, just missed.
Killjoy just missed.
Nice
but
AT
Hydra
shot.
needs to stay there and keep those tanks lit up.
Oh, great. Just what happened to him?
Whoa.
He killed himself. Oh, he missed the jump.
Yeah, what was he in?
Bad chat. Up
Bad
in
chat.
Juliet
Oh, no.
2.
So the
Hey.
sand dunes killed him?
He must have flipped it.
Oh
That
my goodness, I haven't
stings.
seen someone kill themselves over there.
Sorry,
So you
guys. I
did
didn't
see
mean
some
to.
stuff
I
tonight.
missed that one on camera. So I apologize.
Yeah. I do like where ONUR6 has their setup. They got that Rom Panzer up there with Kilathrilla, watching that A line, and is lighting up some really nice targets, keeping those tanks at distance.
Thunda, they're getting lit up by Hydra. Hydra fires, and enough for Lonky to see him. Now he gets to see the cutters over there also. Already drilled anybody else here?
You see Leech back. This seems to be like a new popular spot for a lot of teams to place a tank back in that K0 position.
Right.
Almost perfect hold down position, but boy, a CGC could really root that out of there.
Exactly. Once it is detected, but yeah.
He's pretty safe right now because he is not detected. Wonky taking a shot right there in the Rom Panzer.
Goku kind of in a bad position.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that position because, boy, if that E4 pokes out and pops him. I know what they're doing right now. They're just trying to light up targets and let their EGC do work.
Yep.
Yeah. But I don't know if you need to be that far forward. I think the Patton would have enough view range from that position.
Thought it
noticed
was
that-
light tank and RDO. That is hour 2. That is at the 10 p.m. slot when they do that. Stand it. Victory Bell, thank you for the subscription with Twitch Prime. Thank you so very much. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Back to you, Des.
I'm wondering here, so other than the tank that died on AMD, they haven't been able to do a whole lot to ONUR6 yet. Now of course I just said it, and the Evil Knievel gets popped there by the CGC, but he was poking the ridge and letting himself get lit. I would almost tuck in. You have good view range with your 4202. You have a Rom Panzer. There's no reason to really poke with the Super Conks. Unless you want to give the CGC an easy target.
Voyager getting a good shot into the 4202 there, but getting returned by the light tank up at A7. No, yeah, that was killer.
Now we get to that halfway mark in MBA format where I think you have to make something happen, especially if you're on the offensive end, because now that clock is kind of working against you. And on our 6, it has good health across the board. Nothing's weak, and they have not moved from their positions.
Well, that's my problem with the CGC. Yeah, it hits like a truck. Downside, it's like a 40-second reload.
Mm-hmm.
So you like it. It's hard to make that thing sit there and sing when. And it looks like he was dropping AP
You
shells.
could get lucky,
so.
you're right. Now here he dropped another
Well,
one
he just
right
hit Evil.
there on Evil. Evil's been hit twice now. I would recommend Evil to stop poking there, but
Right. I
now
mean,
he is.
but my biggest thing is why not go for the faster shooting Artie?
Yeah. Because even if you can just weaken tanks, hit a tank twice here, hit a tank twice there. Now when you make your push, that becomes very doable damage. Here we're going down, we're at sub 4 minutes, and only Evil has really taken any serious damage from that Artie. So, I mean, do the math there. 6 minutes of Artie firing, and we got one tank down to a quarter of its health.
Oh, I'll see what's going to happen here. Where's the assault push going to happen?
Yeah, well, I would think that AMD would have already
Viable
already
mathematical sense.
grouped. And
Right.
again, AMD hasn't moved. Right, those two tanks sitting back at A3 have been there the whole game, those two super conks. One of them, Impression, is like, he's a one-shot. I don't know what happened to him. He got ripped by something. Must have been the super conks.
Yeah, Cutter just got slapped. Something just connected on him.
Did he get hit by the CGC?
Now look, I see like ONUR6 being more aggressive. They're grouping their light tanks and the 4202 up here on this A line. Maybe they're just grouping in anticipation, thinking that maybe an attack is coming. But I mean, honestly, I haven't seen a rotation from AMD. Maybe down south now, I'm starting to see some movement along the K line and in the river. But we're at 2 minutes.
Sorry, guys. There's a
patent
lot of
machine.
territory to cover between all this, so I do apologize for long camera flight time.
Oh, I think everyone understands. So the patent in the machine has moved down the K line and are kind of pressing these guys down here. But
Lonky and
A
Killa
minute
are
48.
on the hunt. Oh, Lonky
machine's gonna
falling.
get on the.
Oh, no. She's twitching, and it caused her more damage.
Oh no.
Twitching?
Yeah, it was weird. It was
So,
a
I
weird
mean-
twitch. And she took another 248 damage from a twitch.
They would still have to get 2 tanks on the cap at this point, even to have a chance at winning the game.
Ooh, Sir Thunder going down there by
Oh,
Thrawn.
Thrawn just got.
Yeah, but Thrawn did what he needed to do, and that was to just hold that corner. Cutter's still at least a 2-shot, and you have a full health IS-7 with Leech back there in that spot. They can't even get him.
Right.
And
it's
if they
completely
kind of
hold
come
on.
around and get Cutter, yeah,
I
Leech
mean,
is gonna
Thrawn did
pop
what he
him.
did with the CGC, though. He popped the E4 with Thunder there, behind the ridge. So
So
that's
we are
the benefit
coming
of the
up
CGCs
at
at arc.
almost an unwinnable match right now.
Yeah.
Because you need 3 tanks on with 33 seconds cap, and they're definitely not going to cap, and they're not going to kill all. I wonder how much just losing that first tank out of the gate rattled AMD.
I bet.
That's hard, in the first minute of the game you lose a tank that hasn't even been shot at, and I don't know.
It's not even
That
just
can
losing
get
the
on
tank, it's
people's
losing the leader's
nerves and kind of
plan.
take them off their game. I would have just liked to see some sort of full rotation come out of them.
Well, we'll see what's going to go on, because it's going to be a good night of tanking.
Lots of
and
battles.
Lots of battles. We have lots of battles ahead, so let's do some quick notables, because let him do some. Dis, why don't you go ahead and roll down that damage here, bud, and I will follow suit with the camera.
Sure. Yep, happy to do that. We'll work on the AMD side really quick and go and take a look at their big winners there. Not a whole lot to really speak of. Spectro did just a grand there in the Super Kong, And really, the big tank. I guess Irishman down there in the Patton also had a really nice game, putting up almost 1,300. But the CGC really did the work. Thrawn right there in that CGC putting up 3,500 in damage. Really nice, but only 4 direct hits. So there's your Super Conk. Over on ONUR6, again, they just did a nice job of holding pat and hunkering in there. Lonky in the Rampanzer put up a nice game with 1,300 in damage. Scooting on down, Astro in 4202 put up almost 2,500 in damage. Super game, and I think was one of the pivotal tanks in that match. Holding vision, kind of stuffing the river push, and providing cross shots down on the K line. That was really nice play by Astro. Cutter, 1,200 in the Super Conk, and blocking 1,400. Really nice game right there. Killjoy also putting up almost 1,200 per game there. Evil in the Super Conqueror, 1,300. And then Killer Thrilla in the Rampanzer, putting up almost 2,600 in damage. What a super game out of that tank right there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alrighty.
That means your light tank is moving around and shooting a lot of stuff.
Right. It is definitely staying mobile. We're getting reports it was a Dune. The Dune killed him.
The Dune got him, huh? That's rough. Watch out for those dunes.
Tier 10 dunes. I hate those. Got one of those in my Kronbahn today over on the 1944 version of Thieval Ridge. Man, that hurt. Come flying down and trying to... And the Kron's kind of slow response time any which way. It's like turning an 85 Buick. So, it's one of those... I hit it and I'm like, ow, that was 900. Watch out for those tier 10 rocks when you're flying down those hills.
Well, Hells, hopefully you're getting solid comms on stream because this party has gone in and out incessantly since we started.
No, I've heard this the entire time.
No, I don't think so. I've heard health the whole time.
Right, so you two are great. As long as you two are in sync, that's all that matters. All right, so we just had a slight update to the game plan. We are now headed to 10v10. Yep.
10-100, huh? All right.
Yep.
Oh, it's BK. What up, man? BK Fly Kid. I remember way back in the day, he was under great in BK, and so glad to see him up there with the ONUR6 boys and girls.
That is good.
Not girls, lads.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. Lonky will kick my ass. Alrighty.
Yeah, as long as you're all running good, it's all that matters. I'm just here to run the room.
All right, guys.
So what I'd like to...
I remember what I was going to talk about. So November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving, come get your fill at the Gobble Gobble of all the tanks that we're going to be doing on the WNF special on the 27th. Well, back in the day, we celebrated Thanksgiving by, getting away from the Brits. This Thanksgiving, the Americans decided to attack the British. So at 9 p.m., you have 2nd PD versus KMD. That match is going to be badass. Those two teams are going to be going at it. And then at the 10 p.m., we will have that new team of White Wolves versus 12 Panzer.
Oh, yeah.
So next special is going to be pretty big. I have not released the maps yet because I want to fine tune. I want to make sure that they're just right, so both teams have equal playing fields. So up to you, Dis.
Absolutely. Yeah. As I say, I was really impressed with White Wolves the first time they came out, and excited to see them back in action again. Just going to comment on Sand River again. I think one of the things that's always important on Sand River is, especially on offense, is to figure out where your point of attack is going to come from, and at some point you have to make a play for that point of attack. I don't know if it's really just possible to spread your tanks across the map and hope that something magically opens up. You have to do something on offense to make the defense react. Pull tanks away, take a tank down, do something to make that defensive setup move from where they want to be.
Just a few more seconds here. All right, they're going to be unfogging. We'll get a first glimpse. I only hear Hells and Dis.
Because I'm not talking right now.
All right. Looks like we got tanks going up. Yeah.
On your 6, rolling out T-92 from Sir Thunder, Kill a Thrilla, and Lonky in the Rompanzas, Astro in the 4202, Leech, BK, both of them IS-7s, Pizza, Killjoy, Cutter, Super Conks, Evil in the Chieftain. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, over on the AMD side, we've got double LTs by Thrawn and Nilrak, a 140 by Hydra, double Bat Chats with Perfect Pony and Great, double Machines by the Irishman and Goku, and then maybe 3 Super Conquerors, maybe there's another one, Icky Sticky, Spectre, and Rambler. That's 9. Yes.
Oh, you ready?
Seeing how many tanks does AMD have up?
I think
They have 10. They just unreadied 1.
Yep, there we go.
All right.
Oh, yep.
We have not. Chaos, have you received what map on your 6 is picked?
Have not yet.
Oh, this is going to be interesting on defense to see how On Your 6 is able to use the T-92. And that's a tank that is just devastating when it hits you. But you got to protect it. It looks like they're going to take it straight up to the A0 spot, which means they'll definitely need to deploy tanks on the A line to protect that tank. Right away, the AMD scouts are out. Thrawn is spotted very early. Good spotting, counter spotting by Thrilla.
Oh, so AMD wanted to attack twice?
They're catching all those Conquerors in the cross.
Yeah.
Not punished for it, though. Heavy A-line push.
Yeah, Thrawn said the game plan is they
not
will...
with heavy tanks necessarily, but a lot of tanks. I would say taking that A7, A8 spot is going to be critical, and Artie's just sitting up there by themselves. Thunder is all by himself up there. This bat chat, great set to go right up there and should be able to finish him off if he doesn't get shotgunned. Great.
Poor Great. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Great.
That was a 1-for-1 trade.
Tier 10 Rock and now a Tier 10 Artie. What a bitch.
At least Thunda made the best out of his, impending death by taking out a bat chat. That's a pretty good kill.
Right. I was kind of wondering, was there a misrotation in the light tanks?
I don't know. I can't see sending an Artie up there without giving some sort of protection up there. And now this is going to make it really tough on the tanks in the bowl for ONUR6 because they're really surrounded now. They got a little help from the bottom because the other cap is being pressured.
We'll give some love to the guys over here with Cutter, BK, pressing hard, trying to get their Rove out of their leech, trying to
out of the river.
Oh, Nilrak kills himself. Rip. Not good.
Jeez.
Killa is in a good spot. He's completely back around them. Just shooting for
just
days.
Farming, poking, farming. And the thing is, what I like ONUR6 has done is they've stuffed them down here in the river. And it's hard to fight out of that river because basically you can cede the high ground all the way around you. You can just shoot down, pull back, and there's not a lot of cover down there. Fire. Sticky burning down right there. Spectre's in big trouble. All in on Spectre. Spectre, great focus fire, goes down. ONUR6 has played this very well.
Supercon climbed up and over the hump completely, and now
see, while that battle was going on down there, AMD needed to call a push on these Conquerors with all their tanks up here.
Right.
Just to even the game out. Now, you look at this. You have 5 tanks
It's
heading
quite
north to
lopsided.
back up these 3 tanks. You can hold those hills all you want up there, but they don't really do anything for you if you're not killing tanks.
all Pizza needs to do is back down. He's now down to a 137. Killjoy, he backed down, conservative, making sure to keep that cannon in the game. Astro going right on in.
Just Hydra left. And there you go. Another really nice game by ONUR6. They take both of the Sand River maps.
Some nice responses coming in there from the crowd about the derp. Go ahead there.
Yeah, that was
Go ahead there, Discworld, on that
that
beautiful
was pretty
deep.
nice. Yes. Over on the AMD side, up top we have Irishman in the machine, throwing up almost 1,300. Pretty good game there. Scooting down Hydra in the 140, hanging around a long time. Nice job putting up over 2K, blocking almost 800. In the machine, Goku Another nice game with 2,300 in damage. The other Bat Chat on their team, Perfect Pony, throwing up 1,500. And then one of the Super Conquerors right there by Rambler, throwing up almost 1,700. So some pretty good games there, but not quite enough over on the ONUR6 side. Despite losing that T92 right away, you could see even the T92, one shot hit, 1,800 damage and 1 kill right there, bringing the thunder in the T92. Lonky and the Rampanzer did really well, 1,000 damage right there at the top. IS-7 with BK putting up almost 2,600 in damage and blocking 1,000. That's a really nice game in an IS-7. Killa Thrilla, again, having a nice game in the Rampanzer, putting up over 2K. Seems like that guy really knows how to work that tank well. Cutter in the Super Conqueror, 2,400 in damage and blocking 1,200. I love all that blocking damage in the Super Conks. That's good stuff. Astro had a really good game in the 4202 again, 2,700 in damage. So he was the high damage dealer on that team and blocking 1,740 in a 4202. So he was making that turret work. Killjoy in the Super Conqueror, almost 2K in damage with 1,000 blocking. Pizza Eater in the Super Conqueror, over 2K as well, and almost 1,000 blocking. Really nice games in the Super Conquerors. Then finally down there at the bottom, Leech in the IS-7, almost 2,400 in damage. So solid game by ONUR6. And what map are we going to?
Legit, thank you for the subscribe. 6 months. Hell yeah. Thank you so very much, sir.
Yeah,
You the
always
man.
good to see Legit in the house. What map are we heading to?
We are headed to mines. Sorry, I was off comms for a second.
Mines, okay.
Mines.
Mines is
The fog is up,
ONUR6.
so I'm going to put the timer up. So
We got tanks going up. So, I'm guessing okay. So
Sorry,
ONUR6
guys.
is going
The
to be attacking
scoreboard's
each
getting a
time
little
on mines.
screwed up here. I apologize. That them not switching sides screwed me all up. So I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. It's a little funky. So it looks like ONUR6 will be attacking each time this time around.
yes,
They
I'm
defended
just
each
be
time on
attacking
the last
twice in a row.
Mines. The wonderful place of mines where you rotate and you rotate some more, and then you have to rotate just a little bit more, and you might get that cap. You might get that cap. How many people can fade back and forth? I mean, we've seen the NFTG L7, you're like back and forth. How do we get in? And it finally comes up to who takes the bait, thinking, all right, that last rotate, IS-7s, 5As, all go that way and disappear. All right, now come back and go to this way. And
Mine's freaking atrocious.
Mines is probably that map that has probably more rotates in it than any other. Because, I mean, defense-wise...
Yeah, that's for...
Go ahead, Dis.
Yeah, as I say, you're absolutely right, and the reason is that it's a small map. First of all, you have that center hill, which allows you to make groupings and to pivot off of. So you kind of always think of that center hill as a pivot point in the game, and the way that the caps are split on either side of that pivot, it almost dictates that on offense you have to be rotation minded, because if you just load it all up, it allows tanks to defenses to very quickly swing.
Yeah, most definitely. It makes it real easy for the defenses to understand where they're coming and to get those, either the super conks or the Dis make it back, because I know the party crashed again.
Yeah, can we go to Discord, because this party is driving me bonkers.
Okay, no problem.
I'm hearing you guys just fine.
I lost you that time, Dis.
I'm going to Discord desk because party is going crazy.
But yeah. There we go. Perfect. That way, if the party does crash, we got everything figured out. Sorry, guys, some technical snafus.
Okay.
Xbox has been having their issues. I ran a quick diagnostic on my internet. I'm surprisingly actually running really fast right now, so.
All right, timer's up, so the fog is coming off.
All right, let's see what we got here.
All right, so over here with AMD bringing the armor. On the other hand, Disc on your side, it is absolutely bonkers over there.
Yeah, we're seeing some stuff that you would not expect, but that's why I love Fog of War. You just are not going to counterpick an attack like that.
Right. All right, so here we go. Fog's almost done. I'll go down AMD, and then I'm going to let Disc roll down that absolutely incredible. Wow. All right, here we go.
It's getting better by the second.
Right. Rove coming in here in the E4. Irishman, Goku, great. IS-7s. Neil Rack in the 705. Sticky Impressions, Thrawn, all in the Super Conks. And then Hydra in the Chieftain. Over to you, sir. Oh, Yagpants.
Yeah,
ONUR6.
Oh, yep, Perfect Pony jumped in there with the Yagpants. We got double 4005s by Thunder and Astro. I cannot wait. Double Bat Chats, Thrilla, and Leech. And then the rest is all machines. Pizza Eater, Killjoy, Evil, Cutter, EK, and Lonky, all in machines. That's a super, super fast lineup with some devastating kickers. I cannot wait.
Right. That is an interesting attack. Honestly, reading that play, I think I could figure out a strat. There is the rock over there. What is that, B-cap? Over in Foxtrot 9. So if you...
Yes, in Fox 9, yep.
So if you send like 2 machines and a 4005 up the hill, makes sense. And then you take the other 4005s and you just attack the 8 line. Just, wow. And then leave the bat chats behind to cap
be
out.
devastating. I could also see getting those 4005s up on the hill, because boy, if they hit anything from that elevated position,
yeah,
that's going to be a murder. So,
one of their tanks might experience.
This could be a quick one.
Right. This is going to be interesting. We might see some premature tank detonation.
Mm-hmm. I think you have to take the hill with this lineup unless they're to prove me entirely wrong and do something completely out of the box.
This is a lot of tanks on this map. I just realized
ONUR6
that.
has.
This is a lot of tanks. Just them pouring out of the AMD, pouring out of that little spawn zone on the J line, dude. You're like, holy crow, that's a lot of tanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize. Back to you, Dis.
No. And it looks like they're going to send those bat chats wide to the north part, or the northeast part of the map, send everything out, and then they'll use the 4005s as kickers down at the bottom just to hold the flank and to support anything that pushes over the top. Where those 4005s are aimed, if they try to push those machines, they are going to get popped in the side. And the beauty is, they don't even know they're there. They have not been detected.
AMD really rolled up in force, really protecting out over on that A cap. So in deep to not.
Yeah, I think they felt like that was where the play was going to come from. And I like how they have those IS-7s lined up. Ooh, but Great is getting melted right now. He needs to tuck in.
Come on, Great. There you go. You could get it in there. Angle that sucker.
Yeah. He pulled out for a split second and lost about a third of his health in about 2 seconds.
Well, a good ratio.
It looks
Oh, Thrawn.
Ron
really,
on the ramp is getting bled. I think he got hit by one of the
That was a 4005.
4005s.
Right.
Yeah, he got hit by a ship barn.
He got smacked, and he's now down to 8 hit points.
Mickey trying to get up there to share hit points.
Yeah. Killjoy's getting a little greedy there, trying to get that last kill on those last 8 points off of Thrawn. So here comes the rotation, and this is exactly what Hell's talked about, and I think this is the test of good teams on this map, is now they're swinging the bat chats completely around now that they got detected, and they're also to send a 4005 over there. And Nilrak better be careful if he gets lit with that 4005. You know how those 705
Or he's going to go Death Barn.
Pops like to pop. Bat chats are creeping up. Okay, Nilrak is spotted in the 705. But
Astro
the
gets lit.
Astro is also spotted. Oh, he still lands almost 700 in damage.
Here comes the
pull back,
push.
though.
Here comes the push.
Oh, yeah, here's the push.
Icky gone.
Filthy,
Thrawn gone.
filthy.
Got her going down from Hydra. But the machines are now
Ooh,
on
Depression
reload.
gets a good shot. Gotta go. Depression goes down.
I think ONUR6 needed to wait just a little bit more. They had it all lined up.
Yeah. Still might be fine, but if BK goes down, this really... Now BK goes down, and look at those IS-7s. You had 2 IS-7s pretty much with full health. One on about a third health, and the Jaggaroo is just laughing. You still have an E4 with full health.
Batchats did some pretty good work
needs
there.
to be careful with his hit points. Well, that's not a good spot for Batchats.
E4 versus 4005. Astro takes a huge hit from Rove. Legion Killer rolling away.
Now that the Batchats are the machines are loaded again, but they're damaged. Those are not healthy machines up there. And the other 4005 by Thunda is a one-shot. I wonder if they just moved too quickly.
Yeah, I think they needed to hold out just a little bit more, maybe until the 4-minute mark. They had everything.
Lead them a little bit.
Right. The only thing I would have ever changed with the whole, maybe added in a couple 50Bs, just because they have the long range accuracy compared to the machine.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was a brilliant play. It was brilliant. I just don't know what happened to make
Batchats
a
are
push.
both loaded. Are they going to go in on the E4? Is that the play? The E4 is not even looking. They got good intel. E4 is a one-shot. There's a bounce. E4 goes down. Really nice clips there. Hydra needs to go down next. Good shooting with the Batchats. Brilla and Leech now have the rest of AMD surrounded.
A lot of the play that had to come in had to be put, a lot of responsibility had to be shifted onto those Batchats. And they definitely took that pressure and ran with it, did a great job.
Yeah. I do not know how Thunder is hanging on right there. He had that tank almost completely hanging off the cliff trying to put that shot down.
Here comes Pizza. Pizza coming in. There we go.
There's
Oh,
a nice
evil.
kill. Oh, lost the evil. Oh no, oh no! Look at that. Oh my word. That was bananas right there with Thunder dropping down on Goku. Ended up taking the worst of it. I think he landed the shot, so maybe it was all worth it when it was said and done.
All right. Batchat, Leech probably about 15 more seconds out. Thrilla should be reloaded.
Did you try to fight
Machine
these
should be reloaded.
IS-7s or just go in cap?
Right. Are we going to see a YOLO from Pizza?
I don't know. I think I would call a cap. Leech is now loaded.
Leech loaded. She should be able to farm Irish.
Thrilla is loaded.
Yep. There we go. Leech is going to farm.
Yeah. They're coming in.
Who's going to scream Leroy Jenkins? Here we go.
Irishman is a one-shot. Yep. Goku is now down to a
Leech.
one-shot.
I'm on recruit. Oh, Leech is on reload. Astro gets the Leroy Jenkins.
Yep. Pretty good. I guess it did pay off at the end there for ONUR6 with their machine rush. Pretty good stuff there. Fun to watch, regardless. And the defense
Yes, sir.
on
There's some
AMD
good
was
damage.
not that bad. They pushed them right to the edge. Yeah. Over on the AMD side, looking at some of the notables. Milrack in the 705A, putting up 1,500. Shooting down Goku in that IS-7, surviving a long time, blocking over, right at 1170, throwing up over 1,000 damage. Great in his IS-7, putting up almost 2K, blocking 1640.
That's not bad, considering how bad he got beat up in the first 45 seconds.
He got beat up to survive that long.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty
Hats
good
off
stuff.
to him.
Hydra in the Chieftain, sitting in the back, kind of playing that rear guard position, did some really nice work. 2K in damage, pretty good. Looks like the Jaggaroo was not able to get a whole lot going there. Just one big penetration there for over 1,000. Irishman in his IS-7 with 1,500. The big point damage dealer was Rambler in the E4, putting up almost 5K. So a really nice game by the E4 player there by AMD. The winners over there on ONUR6. Really nice damage spread across the board. I'm just going to go down from the top with Leech in his bat chat, putting up 2,500 in damage. Cutter in the machine, putting up almost 3K. Those 4005s doing work. Astro over 5K, 53-42. That's a monster game right there in a comp match. Thriller in the bat chat, over 3K damage. The other 4005 putting up over 3K damage. Super game, and then down there at the bottom, Pizza Eater in the machine, putting up 23-33. So those were your notables on ONUR6, and those 4005s definitely delivered.
Hell yeah,
Lots
they
of
did.
damage. You're looking right between those three tanks of getting close to 9,000 in damage. That's pretty good.
Yes, it is. When you throw out that much
He's
damage,
on
that means you know that tanks are dying.
Yeah, and you're keeping your tank alive. I mean, you're leaving. I mean, we saw that right there at the end of that game. One of the last tanks alive is one of the 4005s. That's a devastating tank to be alive in the last minute of a match, because it's a game changer, and no one has full health at that time. So everyone's a one-shot by that tank.
Right. All right, we're going to run this last one. This is the last one of the MBA. So, and then after this,
Were we running a certain number to declare a winner, or how's that going?
the score's just going.
Because right now,
3 out.
6 is up 3-zip. Yeah.
Right. That's what I was getting ready to ask. Are we gonna play a fourth battle just to kill 4 minutes, or
Do we need a third and fourth map?
We're going to find out really fast here from...
looks like just the regular lineup.
Yeah, we're still playing the regular NBA. They're gonna finish out the map set.
This map.
Yes.
Got it.
AMD rolling out here. E4 from Rove. Hoydra with the 4005. Piran 4202. Irish Goku Great. IS7. Nilrock in the 705A. Icky Sticky Impressions. Bolton Super Conks and Ion Spectre the Chieftain.
Yeah, over on the ONUR6 side, we have a CGC by Cutter. E4 by Thunder. 2 Rampanzers by Astro and Lunky. We have double Bat Chats rocking out there with Killer Thriller and Leech, IS7, BK, Double Machines and Pizza Eater and Killjoy, and finally a 113 by Evil.
All right, let's go to battle.
All right. See how ONUR6 attacks this time round.
With that Artie, the one thing that you can do is move that thing over about C1, and you can just rain filthy shells if you can protect that position. Definitely moving the Artie to the back. Key is, in terms of protecting yourself, you want to hug in on that G line. But nothing beats a good defense like a good counter offense. See if they're going to be able to get up on the hill this time. Those machines are so quick getting up there. Evil's that'll hold the rock, and AMD is not going to be able to get up the ramp. DK and Evil are locking that down. Then with double machines, that's not happening today, kids. Plus you got the Bat Chat and the Rampanzer out there on the peninsula along the 1-2 line, throwing up side shots. Now Artie just has to start doing work. Shot out. Oh my god. How much
Icky and
was that for?
Impressions just got tagged.
Yeah. Huge. Wow.
So this is where the CGC works. You have to
Here
hang yourself
comes the
closer
rotate.
together.
There you go.
Ron, Irish, Hoydra all going around here. Glad to see
You have
Hoydra's
do
able to
something.
stop being a mem guy over on Twitch and decided to play his tank.
Yep, look, Thunder almost knew it looked like that they were rotating around. He's backing up his E4. Unfortunately, he's giving his butt to Great right now, and it looks like they're deciding to really push the ramp. Oh my goodness, Thunder just popped the top of Great in the IS-7 and took it clean off. Look
Great.
at it, it's laying a whole tank length away from his poor tank. Sticky Sticky's getting shot from the, Astro got out in that nice spot all the way down in the K1 position.
Oh,
He's
and
just throwing
Cutter
rear
just hit
shots.
with his CGC and killed Icky, and Impressions lost more of his hit points.
EGC is doing work. There's a fire on Spectre. Impressions is down to a 1.
Rotation with
Bad
Leech.
Cats are moving through the water.
Yep. Pete Eater's
The
gonna get
counter
reloaded here,
rotation
and
up
he's
on
gonna
the east
clip
side
out
of the map
Spectre.
just got stuffed. Yep.
And he's probably gonna take out
Too many
Impressions.
fields of fire.
Nice clip from Pizza. Oh, BK getting a double
He needs to
tag.
Pull back and protect his hit points right now. Let
Goes
Artie
Leech.
reload.
Going right up to the 4005.
Evil's a 1 shot. Nice. Good clip. Good mag there, and he still has shots to go. Ammo racks Goku. Honky coming in, turning turrets.
Wonky getting out of there. Ooh. Punch it, girl, punch it.
Uh-oh.
Punch it. Oh, she should have went forward.
Got stuck up there on that rock and just couldn't get past 705A. Elrak still keeping a lot of his hit points there. Still keeping hit points. Yeah, they finally land a shot on him. Oh, here comes some flying tanks down. Oh boy. Bam there at the end, and down goes the Irishman. Another nice win there by ONUR6. They just set up too many fields of fire. And if you look over on the AMD side, just not a lot to speak of. Only 2 tanks over 1,000. Nilrak in the 705A. Now, be honest, blocking 3550 is pretty awesome in that tank, but only put up 1,500. Only other tank over 1,000 in damage was Impressions in the Super Conqueror, putting up 1249. So not a whole lot other to speak of. Maybe Goku there in the IS-7 blocking 2,500. That was pretty darn good in terms of blocking, but not really damage. Over on the ONUR6 side, Pizza Eater in the machine, putting up 3,300 in damage and a couple kills. Really nice game right there. Astro in the Rampanzer, putting up 2,700 in damage. Super game right there in the Rampanzer. E4 putting up almost 4K. Super game there. Cutter in the CGC, putting up almost 2,300 in damage. But definitely making the presence of the Artie felt early in the game. Scooting on down the road here, we have Leech in the Bat Chat, almost 3K in damage. Another great game. Thriller Killa in the Bat Chat, putting up 2K, and Evil Knievel putting up almost 2,600 in the 113. But look at that blocking damage. Wow, over 3K blocking damage in the 113. I love it. Good stuff there.
Alrighty. Awesome possum. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Wednesday evening.